Hello, I'm Laura. It is Saturday, June 7th, and this is today's Heartlines. It is the last of a weekly theme of healing, which refers to experiencing wholeness in ourselves, in our relationships, and in our world. And in our headlines, we seem to see anything but that wholeness. In fact, a big feud has broken out between the President of the United States and the richest man in the world. It started with a small argument over the big, beautiful bill looking to be passed in Congress, and it grew to personal and petty attacks, even great accusations and threats. Now, many of us might say, oh, they're just being authentic and they're doing it publicly, versus what we might do in private in our relationships. I don't know about you, but I've had a few of those kind of arguments with my husband that start off over a small disagreement. Then, as each of us refuses to give in to the other having a possible point of view, as our ego needs to be right in the argument, it escalates and escalates and escalates till it blows all out of proportion. The difference is, in our private arguments, we always come to a loving resolution. One of us finally brings it to a stop. And let's just take a look at what we're doing to someone we love. And then we have a conversation and find greater resolution, and we deepen our ability to communicate with each other. In our country, however, we don't know what the results are going to be. We don't know what policies or programs are going to be affected, or how this is going to affect our relationships with the rest of the world. So it can be a little scary. But we can move beyond the fear when we remember there is a power greater than anything that is happening in our world. The power of divine love. And I call it divine love because to refer to the divine refers to an infinite and eternal source that is inexhaustible. So our love has an inexhaustible source. And when we learn to practice it in three very special ways, then we bring it into living reality. And those ways are healing, forgiveness, and freedom. Healing begins with ourself, feeling whole in ourself, loving yourself in this moment, just the way you are, in mind, emotions, and body. You can love yourself. You can forgive yourself for any past regrets. You can love those parts of your body that may be challenging you in this moment. Just love them. Just love you, and feel the healing waves move in and through you. These waves can then radiate forth as forgiveness in our relationships and with what's happening in our world. Forgiveness really releases us from the old anxious feelings so that we can move forward and do what there is to do to bring greater healing to our world. And finally, there is freedom. Freedom from your own egotistic needs, because it is those egotistic needs on which we insist that build the divisiveness and the conflict. So we can acknowledge our ego, our I-ness, our personal identity, but know that it is an instrument of divine love and not something that stands in the way of it. So we are now going to practice divine love by practicing its 3 attributes, by taking a deep breath and closing our eyes and focusing on this affirmative thought. This is the day divine love leads the way to healing, forgiveness, and freedom. This is the day divine love leads the way to healing, forgiveness, and freedom. And so it is. The neat thing about divine love is you don't have to wait for the world's conditions or even your circumstances and conditions to be just right to start practicing it. Start healing yourself by loving yourself. Start healing your relationships through forgiveness, and start healing your life and world by freeing yourself from the limitations of your own egoic needs. Simply remember that love is the way. When I was a youth, we used to sing in our church youth group, love, 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 love. How our circle grows. When we practice love, our circle grows bigger and bigger till it takes over not only our lives, but our community and embraces our whole world. Tune in to that power that is greater than any divisiveness we see, and healing, forgiveness, and freedom will be yours. Thank you for listening today. Have a wonderful and loving day.